What's up, good people? Thank you for tuning in to 4722 Dominique, looking lovely on a budget. All right, today I'm coming at you guys as you guys have seen the topic. Guess what? He don't love you. I had to come on here and give some ladies some old school tips of how you know when this dude love you and when he don't. See, some of us, we kind of need some extra help, some little hints, like, when you leaving breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel did when they had to leave breadcrumbs all the way to the witch house. It's kind of like that for us women sometimes. We just don't get it. I got to leave tips for you all the way to get to the point is what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to just give y'all some points of what I just been thinking about, just listening. I told y'all I've been listening to a lot of people talking about different things about relationships and stuff like that. So one of the tips, like the topic says, guess what? He don't love you. One of the tips to know that he don't love you, you've been dating this man for over 6 months and you ain't never met nobody in his family, no cousin, no aunt, no uncle, especially mom. You don't even really know his mama name. He don't love you. You might not be hurt. Especially if you've been dating him over a year and you still ain't met nobody in his family. Come on, what more hints do you need? It's just time for us women just to wake up and be refreshed and snap out of this thing and just get who God got for us. That's just the point at hand. Number two, what I wanted to come on here and just talk about. If he don't put no gas in your car and you keep saying, you having some issues with this matter or whatever, he don't never put no gas in your car. You always putting gas in your own car. This man don't even take the time or consider even giving you a half a tank of gas. He don't care nothing about you. That's just the issue at hand. And I keep looking down because I had to write some of these tips down to make sure I address these issues. Your man ought to keep gas in your car. He ought to at least think enough of you to make sure you get where you got to go safely and securely with a tank full of gas or a half a tank of something, because I know how things is. You supposed to be doing teamwork, working together. And if y'all hear some squeaking and fans, it's hot. These lights are hot, so I got the fans going in the house. But anyway, if he always, another tip, if he's always wanting to spend time with you without your kids, then he probably don't love you because you a package deal. If you always got to be suggesting that the kids come along or he want to come and see you if he don't already live with you, and he always trying to get rid of the kids or either trying to get you to leave the kids home so that you can go out and do things, and you, like I said, you a package deal, then that's a problem. You need to really check this man out and make sure this is who's supposed to be in your life, because you are a package deal. Your kids come with the territory. He always suggesting things. Won't you take the kids to your mama house? Won't you call your homegirl and ask her to watch the kids? Well, and you keep saying, well, babe, let's just take the kids out to the movies and let's just go out to eat and stuff like that. And he always suggesting, coming up with ideas of how y'all can be alone. He probably don't love you, because if he love you, he love everything there is about you. Another thing is, if he is a dream killer in your life, if you always trying to tell him what goals you have, what things you're trying to accomplish, and he's always having something negative to say, critiquing everything you want to do, or maybe it ain't the right time, you show you right to do this, then you might need to check this dude. He might not be the one for you. All right, this is a good one. If every month come along and this dude, I'm trying to keep my speech right. This dude always seems to be sabotaging around the same time, either every other month or every month. He's starting an argument. He getting his little raggedy duffel bag, going to his mama house or his homeboy house because y'all had this big falling out of argument when you told him 3 weeks ago that the light bill was coming up or that the rent was going to be paid and you need half the money, and all of a sudden y'all get in this big old argument. Guess what, girl? Come here. Come a little closer. Just a little bit. He don't love you. That's just it. He don't care nothing about you. He's sabotaging it. He's starting it so he won't have to pay. And this is his lame excuse. I wasn't even there the last 2 weeks. I was at my homeboy house. I was at my mama house. I was at my brother house and my sister house. I wasn't even here. So why I got to give on this? He a buster. That's what he is. He a buster. You don't need him in your life. You just think about it now. And I know some of this might be pissing some of y'all off, but y'all need to really listen at what I'm saying and listen at these tips. And I always say I don't know everything, but I know some things, and I know he is a buster. All right, next. If you always mostly foot the bill, you planning these vacations, you planning these little rendezvous, and you mostly coming out your pocket. He don't love you. He a buster. You shouldn't have to pay for everything. He should come half, 50-50, or sometimes he should foot the whole bill. If you noticing you always giving out the ends all the time and he giving 20% and you giving 80, he ain't no real man, girl. He is a buster. You need to get rid of him. All right, if he's always criticizing the things that you put on, the little cute little dresses, you know how we roll, cute little sandals, he criticizing it when you put on, but he like to sit on other women. Guess what, girl? He don't love you. That's just it. He just don't. He like looking at other things. He still like shopping around. And you ain't met his mama or his auntie or Uncle Bobo or nobody. He don't love you. Like I said, you have to be aware of these things. I'm looking at my list and trying to make sure. Oh, okay. Make sure I got everything straight. And I'm reading as I'm talking. But anyway, if he always want to come over at nighttime and in evening time, y'all ain't never had no real date. He always want to do Dutch. You meet him at the restaurant. You drive your car. He drive his. He trying to keep your mouth shut is what he doing by you not saying anything, because at least he did come to the restaurant. He did meet you. But look how that look. You showing up a few minutes before him. You looking around waiting. Y'all eating at a bar, not at the table. They bringing y'all food to the counter at the bar. He don't love you. He ain't taking you on no real date, because he taking the other chick on the real dates. The one he really kind of like on the real dates. You better make sure you ain't no booty call girl. And know your role. Know that you are a princess. You are a queen divinely designed by the living God. Come on. You got to readjust some things. He don't even want to really be around your kids. Always making up excuses and wanting to have you to himself. So he say he want to have you to himself, and you driving your own car to the restaurant. He coming in like that to shut your, just enough so he can say, to shut your mouth. Enough, excuse me, so he can say, well, we did go out last week. We went to Applebee's and we ate at the bar. That ain't no date, girl. That is not no date. He needs to let y'all get dressed up, pick you up in the daytime, make it an all-day date. Go out to eat, go ride to the beach, walk on the beach, do something. This ain't it. Guess what? He don't love you. He just don't love you, girl. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to lead them breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel to the witch house. Or I'm leaving some tips so you can get to the point, is what I'm saying. Because he don't love you, and you ain't getting it. You don't want to hear it. People been trying to tell you that this thing ain't what it seems to be. All these late nights and leaving before time to pay bills just ain't right. That just ain't right. He ain't want to put no gas in your car. He trying to get rid of your kids, all kind of stuff. Trying to isolate you, make your self-esteem low. Don't want you to hang around your friends. If somebody compliments you, he's quick to criticize it or tear it down. He is a dream killer, girl. He don't love you. You need to get rid of him. You can do bad by yourself, I'm trying to tell you. So I just had to come on here to let y'all know, or let whoever may be watching this know. It might be a little comical. It might just be, and it might not be. You might be pissed off right now. You might don't even know why you're watching this particular video, but I just had to come on here to tell y'all, or you, honey, he don't love you. You need to get rid of that zero and make room for the one that God got for you in your life. So I just had to come on here and give you, some little tips, and make sure you know when these men ain't loving y'all. And one good thing I read, one good post, if you don't love yourself, if you won't love yourself, then he can't love you. You got to have some standards about yourself, some dignity about yourself. You got to demand. You teach people how to treat you. You got to demand respect if you want it. You got to teach him how you need to be treated, and make sure that you are first priority in his life besides God. He loves your kids. You've met his family after a year's time, 6 months to a year. You know somebody in his family. He's staying with you off and on. He leaving when time to pay the bills and all this other stuff. It just ain't right. You got to make sure you be treated like a queen, and not these nighttime visits like he's shaming you. If a man don't want to, my grandma always said, if a man don't want to take you nowhere in the daytime, he sure don't need to be coming around knocking at nighttime. My grandma told me a long time ago, if he coming after 11, 12 o'clock at night, the only thing open after then is legs and the Waffle House. And you better believe that. That's an old school teaching, but it's so true to this day. You got to demand your respect, girl. Go on and get your respect back and make room for that man who the Lord got for you. And just know on top of that, that buster that you had, he didn't love you. Stop making excuses for these men and, oh, he has this good characteristic and good quality. And then as soon as one of your homegirls, as soon as me, I'm asking my homegirls, what characteristics he got? What good quality? Well, he got a nice smile. I ain't asked you nothing about the way he look. If that's all he got going for him is his looks, he ain't nothing but breath and britches. You need to get you somebody with the whole package. He can look like a lizard-toed frog, but if he treats you right, you got you a winner. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't about no looks. Pretty Rickers ain't always in no more. I'm trying to tell you. We got to do better with these things, ladies, and teach people how to treat us in our relationships. Not just these men, but people in your life. You teach them how to treat you. I'm just saying, you talking about he got a nice smile. You ain't naming nothing about no integrity, his characteristics, his qualities. He got a nice smile. And I know he mean well. He said he was gonna do it. He gonna do it. He do be here with me at night. At least I ain't sleeping by myself. You might as well be. Because he sure ain't good enough to be laying there with you. Think more highly of yourself than that. So, anyway, I'm going into 11 minutes. I just had to come on here and let you know, girl, he don't love you. He just don't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's all. Don't be pissed, but I'm just saying. And get you somebody with some good characteristics and qualities, something you can actually name with some substance. This doggone Best Buy, he got a pretty smile, and he do come over, and he did cut little Johnny hair. Man, come on, get with it. First of all, he telling you, if he got kids, I can't give you this amount of money. I can't give you that because I got to give Shireen or Renee or Janie some money for my own kids, and I'll give you a little bit. And say you and Janie, Cherie, or Sherelle, whoever is cordial. She say she ain't seen him. You ain't seen him. He giving it to his mama. He a mama's boy. You don't want that either. You and her happen to be cordial, and she ain't getting no money from him either. And you ain't getting none. Girl, he pulling a fast one on you. He don't love you or her either. So this is a pattern for this man. You better follow the steps, follow the tips, and go ahead and relieve yourself of this junk and get you somebody who's worth having in your life that ain't going to be ashamed of you. But anyway, I just had to come on here and let y'all hear this guess what situation. So y'all be blessed. And please know, girl, guess what? He don't love you. Just accept it and embrace it. But I do. I love you. So I just had to come on here and be real and be true and be honest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to look at my videos in the top box. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And check out my other video, To Thine Own Self Be True, if you haven't yet. So anyway, in the meantime, be blessed. Thanks for watching. 4722 Dominique, looking lovely on a budget. Good day to you. Bye.